So this is where we parked for the night last night. It was absolutely glorious, but the weather was a nightmare. So the whole van was shaking all night from the terrible wind, and periodically it lashed with rain as well. So we came here because we wanted to hopefully try and see the sunrise in the morning, but we think the sun has risen, but we're not absolutely sure, to be honest, because it's so cloudy and grey you can't really tell. But it was a beautiful night. It was a good night's sleep, that kind of thing. About 7:30 another van turned up, and they didn't try and come in next to us, although they probably could have done because there was enough room. But they drove away again, and we suspect that in the summer this is probably a very, very popular spot. But the good thing is that actually there's no rubbish still, and it still looks absolutely pristine, which is great. So at the moment they're doing work, which looks like they're doing work on the wall to the reservoir down the bottom there. And when we got here there was loads of workmen around in their campy bit, which is just over there. And they all knocked off about 4 o'clock. We got here about 3:30. They all went home about 4 o'clock. But they did arrive at 7 o'clock this morning. We just got up. Roger was just opening the blinds, and some headlights came down the hill, and that was the first of the workmen rocking up at about 7 this morning. So just be warned if you're here in the next month or so. This is the lovely road that we came in on yesterday, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit grey today, but it's a wonderful, wonderful road with all these very strange bits going off. But we did see an 8-wheeled tracked vehicle yesterday. 8 wheels with tracks? I don't know. An 8-wheeled vehicle that had tracks on it, and we wonder if it was making some of these bits that come off the side of the road here. I don't think it was anything to do with the roadworks that are going on either. You can see the cloud blowing across the hill in front of us. Lovely. But this is still a stunning road. Very muddy, but quite stunning. We were hoping with the rain driving against the side of Henry last night he might have got a little bit cleaner, and I think he may have got a little bit cleaner, but he's not going to be clean now, that's for sure. That is an amazing road, absolutely incredible. Almost like going through a ravine-y bit here. I don't know if you can see in the cloud, but over a little bridge, of which there are quite a few, as there's so many streams that are running down into these reservoirs. It did say that on the other side of one of the lakes, there's 3 or 4 lakes here, and on the other side of one of them there were some walks, but we couldn't actually work out how to get to the other side of the lake, so that was a bit of a problem really, because it wasn't the lake we were camped by anyway. I try not to look at the sharp drop to the left of me. So we followed our sat-nav, and apparently this is just about the closest place you can get to Snowdon without actually climbing it. We think it's that mountain up there in the clouds. And there's a car going past. You can see how much water that car splashed up. It is incredibly wet everywhere. And I think if we did climb Snowdon, today would definitely not be the day to do it, because you can't see your hand in front of your face when you get up there. I think this is Penny Pass that we're coming up to, and it does say pre-bookings only for your parking. And I was talking about this with my mum the other day. I'd never heard of having to pre-book your parking, but presumably that stops any problems on the day. This is coming down the other side of Penny Pass, and this is, wow, quite amazing. Roger was just saying that Wales is the land of the valleys, and everybody talks about the valleys in Wales, and you can quite see why, and certainly we've been through quite a few of them in the last day or two. And all these no parking signs, I think, are to do with the bit that was post-COVID, when there was all that fuss about everybody parking all over everywhere to climb up Snowdon the minute any restrictions were lifted. So I'm assuming that's what this is about. We're here at Bagnall Campsite, Caravan Park, whatever you want to call it, and it's on Anglesey, not too far from Holyhead, and this is the washing up place. A little disappointing, I have to say, and there's only 2 sinks. I mean, Roger and I keep saying we don't know what it would be like in high season, because there are quite a few spaces. You can't bring a tent here, but you can come here with your motorhome or your caravan or your camper van if you want to, and I think in high season it would be pretty damn crowded. We also said the same about the loos and the showers. There's 4 loos and 4 showers, and this morning I was chatting to the cleaner, and she did say that in the high season she used to come and clean in the evening rather than the morning, and then they do it twice a day, and she said that in the high season there was always people queuing for the showers in the evening. She said in the morning she used to come about 6:30 and there was 1 or 2 ladies, but in the evening she said there was always people queuing for the showers. So I'm not sure the facilities are the best in terms of number of. They're very clean, the showers are fine, although not very big cubicles, and the clothes did get a bit wet, I have to say. But they're very clean and very modern, but not very much in the terms of numbers of facilities. Most people here are in static caravans, so it's probably not too much of a problem, but I'm not sure I'd want to be here in the middle of summer. A wild and windy day here in Wales. We just cycled from where we're camping to Holyhead, actually, and you can see the ferries behind us. This is Holyhead Ferry Port going over to Ireland. 8.6 miles, and this actual breakwater on from the mainland out to this lighthouse, or light day marker thing, was 1.3 miles long. We were quite surprised. I have a feeling it's going to be incredibly windy going back, because we didn't need to pedal very much coming here. The wind was just blowing us along. It's been a lovely bike ride so far. Little roads, not too many cars. I'm not too sure which way we're going to go back. We're just going to see what happens. It's still very windy, but we just wanted to show you our pitch. This isn't too bad a spot. We're at the top of the sort of the tourers' field, if you like, but most of them, as I think I said earlier, most of them are static caravans, and actually if everybody was here it would be pretty cosy, because the other caravan is just there, and there's another one just the other side of us as well, and this is obviously a touring pitch, which is quite different to those ones, but by the time they've got their awnings out and their other bits and pieces, I'm not sure that there would be much room for us, to be honest. So it could be quite interesting, I think. Very cosy. The other thing we were going to say about this place was it was surprisingly tricky to find. So we turned right, we followed their instructions along this road, and it said follow it for 600 metres. It seemed a lot more than 600 metres to us, and actually when we measured it, from the beginning of the road to where you turn off for this campsite is nearly a mile. So if you're coming here, just keep going on the road. It also said look for a blue rectangular sign on the left. It wasn't blue or rectangular, but it did have Bagnall on it, so we did find it in the end, fortunately, despite a couple of disagreements between Roger and I. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and send us a comment.